Okay, good afternoon to all once again. So, what did we discuss in our previous class? So, we discussed what is meant by prepositions and the types of prepositions, uses of prepositions, and we discussed specifically prepositions of time, prepositions of place. Okay, so now today we are going to discuss prepositions of directions or movements. So what is meant by prepositions of directions or movements? What is meant by direction? What is meant by direction? Anyone of you can tell me? What is meant by direction? Directions. Left, right, east, west, south, north. These are right. So movements means movement, a little bit moving from one place to another place. Right. Today we are going to discuss the prepositions which are indicating the directions or the movements. Directions or movements of the noun or pronoun. This is what we are going to discuss. Right? Fine.
Yes, sir.
So what is the first one?
Across.
Across. First one is across.
Cross.
So what is the meaning of across here?
On, at, to, or from the other side.
On, at, to, or from
Or from.
the other side. So we are talking about on, at, to, or from the other side. Across means on, at, to, or from the other side. So this is what the meaning of across. Okay. So if you observe the examples, you will be able to easily understand. Across the street. So for example, this is the road. Across the street. Right? Or lines across the paper. Lines across the paper in the sense, for example, this is the sheet across, cross. Right? From one end to another end, slantly. From one end to another end, slantly. That is what the meaning of across. Next, second one, through. Through. Right? Through in the sense, for example, this is one surface. If something come out of from this side to this side, from side 1 to side 2, that is what called through. Through, right? So from one end to another end, one side to, for example, just observe. Are you able to see my fingers? Right? So here I'm using the finger to show you what is the meaning of across. So I started from this side, I mean from left side, from this side, and the finger gone through my right hand, right palm, and you will be able to see the rest of the finger outside of my right hand. So this is what the meaning of through. Right? Through. Got it? Through the tunnel. So do you know what is meant by tunnel? Tunnel.
Yes, sir.
How many of you are there from Tirupati? All are from Tirupati?
Yes, sir.
Right? So near railway station, there is a subway.
Yes, sir.
So subway is also known as tunnel,
Tunnel.
right? So enclosed circle, right? Or a tour through France. Through France in the sense, a tour through France, which means they are traveling through France. Means, for example, India to America. If they want to go from India to America, if they go in another country, if they visit another country, then we can call it as through. Okay, that is the meaning of through here. Right. Next, what's the next word?
Two.
To. From one place to another place. One place to another place. This is the starting point from here to this. This is the way, right? From here to one point to another point. This is the way we can call it as to. Got it? So in a direction towards a person or thing. Simply we can say toward a state or given thing. So example, go to bed. Go to bed in the sense we are about to sleep. We are going to sleep. Got it? Next, move on to. Move on to in the sense continue. Go on. Keep on. Right? Face to face. Face to face each other's. So we are attending the class face to face through online, through video cam, right? Face to face. Next, back to health. Back to health means recovered from illness. Next, all the way to. All the way to in the sense, all the way to, right? So every day I'm traveling 5 hours all the way to reach my house, right? So completely. Next, to die for. To die for. To die for in the sense, to longing, right? To die for in the sense, longing. Next, into. What's the next word? Into, movement. Into means movement, right? So to means towards. Okay, into means now moving. Movement to the inside or interior of. Into means entering into, movement. Movement to inside. Or the condition or state of form, right? So went into the kitchen. Went into the kitchen. Next, crashed into a tree. Crashed into a tree. Next, breaking into pieces. Breaking into pieces. Breaking into pieces. Next, go into banking. Go into banking. Right? Into means entering. Entering, movement. Right. So what's the next word? Out of. Right? So out of in the sense, into means entering into a particular thing. Out of means entering out of a particular thing. Coming out of. Right? If you are moving into something, then it will be into. If you are coming out of something, that is nothing but out of. Right? So from the inside to the outside are no longer in the condition, state or form. So they are just moving from inside to outside, from inside to outside. Right? Into means there are something moving from inside to, outside to inside. If you are moving from inside to outside, that is nothing but out of. If you are moving from outside to inside, that is nothing but into. Got it? So examples. Drag myself out of bed. So drag myself out of bed in a sense, they just woke up from the sleep and they are just moving ahead. Right? Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere in a sense, all of the sudden. Right? Out of town. Out of town in the sense, from one particular place. Out of order, not working. Out of fashion, old one. Right? Right. So what's the next one? Onto. Into means from out of the box to inside. They are entering inside. Out of means from inside to going out. Right? Onto means from a particular place to landing onto a particular surface. Onto a surface. Right? Something coming and landing on a particular surface. Right? See, observe my hands. Into. Okay? Out of. Onto means onto. Got it? Something is landing on a particular surface. Right. So movement to the top. Jumped onto the table. Jumped onto the table. Right. Next, towards. For example, this is point A. If something is coming towards the point A, if something is moving from somewhere to point A, that is nothing but towards. Right? So this is point A. This is an object or a this is an object, just object. So it is coming from somewhere towards point A. Right? This is what the meaning of towards. Right? Movement in the direction of. Movement in the direction of. Or closer to. Or closer to. Right. So example, towards the house. Towards the house. Towards the future. Towards the future. Towards peace. Towards peace. Right? Next. From. Right? So from in a sense, so for example, this is point A. If you are moving out, this is point A, you are here, but you are moving out. You are going away from the point A. In that case, you can say from. Right? Example, walked home from the station. So if you are walking from the railway station to your house, you can say, I'm going to my house from the railway station. Right? I traveled from New York to London. Traveled from New York to London. You can say, I traveled from Tirupati to any other place. Tirupati to Chittor or Tamil Nadu or Chennai or Bangalore, Hyderabad, all these things you can say. Got it? So if you are going from one place to another place, you can say from, and you can say I'm from so and so place if you are talking about your birthplace. Got it? Clear? So what are all these prepositions? Prepositions of directions or movement. Right? Prepositions of directions or movements. Right, very good. So now, there are a few more prepositions. Let us discuss all those prepositions also.
Prepositions.
So other prepositions. So other prepositions in the sense, these are general prepositions. Commonly we can use for multiple purposes. Right? So what's the first one here? Of.
Of.
Second one? By.
By.
Right. Third one?
About.
About. Fourth one?
For.
Fifth one?
With.
Right? So now, so first one, of. Of means originating from, are composed of, associated with, or belong to. Right? Originating from in the sense, the place you belong to. Right? Composed of, associated with, belonging to. Right? So you can see the examples. Men of the North. Men of the North in the sense, they all belong to, they are originated from North. Right? So in India, there is a simple concept of North Indians and South Indians and East India. Right? Have you ever heard that? North Indians, South Indians, Rayalaseema people. Right? So that is nothing but originating. Originating means. Right? So men of North or men of South, men of Rayalaseema region. Like that. Right? A cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Cup of coffee or cup of tea. The hand of God. The hand of God belong to. Associated with or belong to. Right? That friend of yours. That friend of yours. That friend of yours. Right? Next. Second one. By. By. So we discussed by earlier, but here we are using the same preposition in other condition. Right? So in the name of or through the agency or action of. In the name of or through the agency or action of. So look at the examples. A book by Mark Twain. A book by Mark Twain in the sense, the book, whatever the book they are talking about, that book was written by Mark Twain. Mark Twain is the author, right? So a book by Sri Aurobindo, a book by Rabindranath Tagore, like that. Okay? Next, by myself. I've done this homework by myself, right? So by myself in the sense, yourself. Played by the rules. Played by the rules in the sense, as per the guidelines, as per the rules and regulations, you have to play. Right. Next, killed by a bullet. Killed by a bullet in the sense, killed by a bullet. He was dead just because of a bullet hit him. Right. Next, one by one, they left. One by one in the sense, one after one. Right? By ear. By ear. I heard that you are talking about me by my ears. Right? By my ears. Great. By bus. I reached your place by bus. I'm going to my hometown by bus. Right? I'm going to school every day by bus. Got it? Next. About. About. About means estimation of quantity. What is meant by quantity? Quantity, number, size. Okay? How many are there? That is nothing but quantity. How much is there? That is quantity. Right? So if you're talking about the quantity, you will use about. Or on the subject of. If you're talking about a particular subject, then you can mention about. What are you talking about? I'm just talking about Indian politics. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the current pandemic, COVID-19. What are you talking about? I'm talking about English language proficiency training. Right? So this is the way how we're supposed to use about. Got it?
Sir.
Next, for. For indicates the object. Indicates the object. What is meant by object?
Thing.
Right. Thing, aim or purpose. Indicates the object, aim or purpose. So happy for you. So I'm feeling very happy for you in the sense I'm feeling very happy because of you. Because I met you or you met me. Right? So I'm feeling happy for you. And eager for fame. Eager for fame. Eager for fame in the sense we are longing. We are longing to become as a celebrity. Right? For one thing. So why are you left the school? For one thing.
One thing.
Where are you going? I'm going for a glass of water. Right? Why are you taking this plate of meals? I'm taking this plate of meals for my father. Right? This is the way how we're supposed to use for. Next, with. A preposition with. What's the next one? With. With is the last preposition. Right? In the presence or use of. In the presence or use of. Presence means existed. Existence. Right? So it's there at the moment we are talking about. Right? So in the presence or use of. Example. Here they have given with a friend. With a friend in the sense, whom you are talking with? I'm talking with my friend. With whom you are going to hospital? I'm going with my mother. I'm going with my friend. I'm going with my father. Right? With cheese. With cheese. Are you eating alone? I mean, are you eating the chicken alone or anything add? Are you adding anything? So I'm eating chicken with cheese. I'm eating bread with cheese. Right? With confidence. Are you talking confidently or doubtfully? I'm talking with confidence. I'm talking with full confidence. Right? With a lot of.
With a lot of work. With a lot of work.
Very good. With a lot of work. I am exhausted with a lot of work. I'm busy with a lot of work. Right? Understood?
Sir.
Right? These are the prepositions of place, prepositions of time, prepositions of direction and movement,
or movement.
prepositions of other purpose. Prepositions of other purpose are other prepositions. Right? Simply we can say these are the list of prepositions we have discussed so far. Are you all understood?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Any doubts regarding the prepositions?
No, sir.
Very good.